Hello guys, welcome back to Gospel News. We dey bring on our information and as he take the red hot too. The information we have at hand said that Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of Labour Party, don't visit Mr. Wole Soyinka. I see wetin dey happen. He say he went there to erase misconceptions and those Okpatawen people dey yarn. I say, Muna take am easy. The way we take the defend, we una take the defend politicians. Muna take am easy. Now they Wole Soyinka when all the obedient they fight tooth and nail. Say for where it don't offend us, it don't offend P2B. You cannot be friends with P2B today. Now two of them they sit down, they drink, they eat, they laugh together. And be this one. So if you fight for politicians, they will disappoint you. Obi visit Soyinka, hails him as fighting for equity and justice. I say, Loriro, P2B, now so they hail senior brothers everywhere for this country. Anywhere when you are enter, you go say, oh, senior brother, I hear you. And then on another note, they say that Wike, Governor Wike of Rivers State has been exposed for working for APC. If you look the picture when they for our screen, you go see and say, Wike put hand for face because they don't expose him while thanking him. When they see him, Baduru thanks Wike for helping APC. They see the thing there for helping APC. That is to win this election. So how will Wike still be in PDP and help APC? Not be anti-party be that. But maybe that's a discussion for another day. I'm not sure whether people are ready for this conversation where they take place. So I go play on the video when they were thanking him and as well exposed him and he was ashamed of himself. May we see how the matter go be and our brother where they call Rufai Oseni, he be like say interpreted the misconceptions of Governor Nyesom Wike on Arise TV. But let's start with Labour Party. We visit Wole Soyinka. The Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, has visited Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka amid controversy between the latter and the obedient. Obedient, a dubbed description for the supporters of Peter Obi, had dragged playwright Soyinka over his comment condemning the vice presidential candidate of Labour Party, Dati Baba Ahmed. However, Obi through his Twitter handle on Sunday lauded Soyinka over his achievement on the world stage and his struggle for better Nigeria. He says Soyinka's fight for justice will never be ignored. He explained that the visit was to erase the needless misconceptions concerning Soyinka and the obedient movement. I cherish this Sunday's visit, which was intended to erase the needless misconceptions about the relationship between the great icon and the obedient family, he posted. Obi, who came third behind the president-elect Bola Tinubu in the February 25th presidential election, is currently challenging the post at the tribunal built to that commenced yesterday, 8th of May, 2023. My play on the video where Governor Nyesom Wike was disgraced while as APC was thanking him for working for them in Rivers State because what Wike did, the rigging of elections against P2B there, they say it has never been seen in the history of rigging in Nigeria. Mona hear the matter, how the play out in full.
The recent reception held for President-elect Bola Tinubu in Rivers noted that the doubts arose because the APC had never had 25% in any elections in Rivers State.
When he said he will deliver Rivers to APC, I started wondering how. APC have never made 25% in Rivers. How can this man pull this magic? I've been sent around the country supervising and helping election. And I know how election management is. Then as we speak and we continue to talk, I see the possibility of him keeping to that promise. But then I started wondering, I hope this man will not injure himself in the process. Of course, our mission is the bigger one. The presidency can accommodate whatever risks he took, but I still feel if he's the liberal president and he has senators and members of House of Representatives and also governor in PDP, how is he going to swing this? And true to God, the man delivered. I'm still imagining how.
Yeah, still imagining.
Most of us in APC know that I go to almost all the elections in the country, and I supervise a lot of elections, and we do believe we are good in calculating and managing elections. But Wike has beaten me hands down. We thank you most sincerely for keeping to our words, for giving us that victory. And we thank you for yet inviting Daddy today for this occasion. Because I believe this will further cement the relationship between President-elect and the Rivers people.
Right, a lot to talk about.
Yes, a lot to talk about, limited time, but this video has been trending also the weekend, or at least since it was made by the governor, Abubakar Badru, where he was obviously thanking Governor Wike for the contributions that he made towards the APC winning for what should be the first time in Rivers State, at least since 1999. Going back to Governor Wike's statement prior to election, where he said that Rivers State had contributed significantly to PDP's votes in previous elections. And if you check it, he's quite true. He's quite right. 1999, 2013, 2017, except in 2019, and my maths might have been wrong somewhere along the line there, but except in 2019, where Kaduna had the highest number of votes for PDP during the presidential elections, Rivers State has consistently churned out for PDP. So what happened in 2023 to make such a significant difference, such that Rivers State was able to give the votes to APC as promised by Governor Wike? In fact, Governor Badru already stated in that video that he was quite surprised. In fact, he thought it an impossibility for this to happen. And if you look at the circumstances in Rivers State pre-presidential elections, you would understand his skepticism, or why he was skeptic about it. The first being that there was the third force, the rise of the obedient movement through the Labour Party. So that had been seen to perhaps even chip into the traditionally PDP state in Rivers State. Beyond that, APC wasn't quite popular in Rivers State at the time. But somehow, Governor Wike performed this, what could have been an impossible task of delivering the state to the APC. In normal situations, Governor Wike ought to write a book, How to Win Elections in Impossible Situations, because it should be a template for others who would like to follow that manual. But there are some inconsistencies that have been recorded, and I'm sure we'll talk about this later on, in terms of how he was able to deliver that state for the APC.
Well, what Governor Badaru has done is the same thing that the president-elect did when he visited Rivers State to commission projects, a flyover and a magistrate court complex. President-elect Tinubu put it in an elegant manner by drawing attention to the fact that Wike fought a battle of principle. He thanked Wike for standing on the idea that power should rotate to the south, and that a northern president should not succeed another president. And that is the line that has been pushed by supporters of Wike to say that this is a man that was fighting for equity, fighting for justice, but that the PDP decided to go against its own constitution by throwing open the presidential primaries conducted in 2022, where Atiku Abubakar, the Waziri Adamawa, won 371 votes, and Wike came second with just about 237 votes. And since then, Wike has been inconsolable. He led the G5 group. He kept insisting that even the chairman of the party should not come from the north. And the minimum condition for the G5 must be the Yochiayu stepping down. It was on the basis of this that the G5 decided to support
Wike.
the PDP at the state level and oppose the PDP at the presidential
federal level.
So this is, not surprising. Governor Badaru, following on the heels of President-elect Tinubu's thank you visit to Rivers, also now saying, oh, Wike promised to help them win the election. Well, if I were to use a Yoruba word, Governor Badaru just went further and dabarud the matter. That's a play on his name, Badaru, Dabaru. Well, those who speak Yoruba can work out the alliteration there. But because openly, it was just confirming that what Governor Wike did in Rivers State is anti-party activity.
Okay.
So it's now up to the PDP to take him up, now that the opposition that won is even praising him for sabotaging his own political party.
Okay.
Only in Nigeria will you find that kind of open declaration. And of course, there was no rebuttal from Governor Wike at that occasion. He has since gone to court, however. He himself having realized that he could be sanctioned by his own party by going to an Abuja High Court, Federal High Court, stopping the party, PDP, from either suspending or expelling him, and that nobody should take any action until the consideration of the originating summons before the court. So let's see how the People's Democratic Party will react to this latest development. And don't be surprised. Wike himself may come forward later and say, well, he was fighting for equity and justice. After all, he delivered the governorship position to PDP in the state. However, that in itself is disputed. The IREV portal of INEC is also saying something different from the results declared, the so-called 25%. But these are matters that will go before the election petition tribunals.
I mean, if you are to fight for justice, then don't do injustice and don't be unjust. That is what has always been the mantra. If you are to fight for justice, then be somebody that seeks justice in everything. The question is, Governor Wike says he was fighting for justice as regards Southern presidency. That's why he went against his party. The big question we'd like to ask this morning is, if he was given the position of vice president to Atiku Abubakar, will he still fight for this justice? Because this was the same person, and I'm quoting Mr. Dino Melai. Dino Melai's word, not mine, that said Governor Wike kept on calling him, I think about 19 times, to ask, am I going to be picked for vice president? And when it became reality that he was not going to be picked for vice president, then he said he was fighting for justice. What we should also interrogate is the surprise of Governor Badaru of how Governor Wike did it. And how did he win? You see, that's why I asked the question. For those that won, what did they win? Did they win the trust of the people? Or they won the annihilation of the people? The people in Rivers feel the effects of the victory. We saw what Premium Times reported as regards the discrepancy of Obiakpo and what happened on the IREV and what happened either way. So maybe in that book Ayo talked about Governor Wike writing, who truly really know how he won. And how is it that the results in the IREV are different from what was announced?
All right, and I don't see the matter with the trend now. They say they don't praise Wike. So this is an open disgrace to Governor Nyesom Wike. And if you look at the picture that I was able to capture here, where this one was, you can see Wike covering his face in shame. Now, these people don't expose me. Waiting be this. Jesus, waiting be this. Now, wait you go see for Wike's face on this particular picture when they put for your screen now. So you betrayed you betrayed your party. You even betrayed P2B to rig election for APC. Not be juju be that, Governor Nyesom Wike. After now, you go eat cola. Who be that? We are watching you people from a very big angle of a middle section. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.